So I have the pleasure of being the founding principal for Mott Haven Academy Charter School. And something that's really special about our program is that we are dedicated and designed to serve kids in the child welfare system. So 2/3 of our student body population are students that are either living in foster care away from their biological caregivers or receiving prevention services to, mitigate an instance of abuse or neglect. So every part of Haven Academy has been designed with the notion of stabilizing the educational experience for kids who have really been let down by the adults in their lives. From our academic program, our curriculum, the social emotional supports, the staffing plan, all of it really recognizes that we need Haven Academy to be a very predictable, supportive environment for kids that have been let down. I've got an amazing team. And with their work, we've been able to create over the past 8 years a true haven, a place where kids love coming to school, a place where students feel comforted, where they make healthy attachments, and now over some careful work and looking at data, they're making a lot of academic progress, so they're really ready to compete. Haven started back in 2008, and it really was the initial idea from the executive director of the New York Foundling that launched the team that put together Haven Academy. Bill Bacalini from the Foundling recognized that kids that are in the child welfare system they're underserved by traditional education systems, and so he recognized that we needed to do something that was different. And together, the founding team put together the plans for Haven Academy, and we've been so lucky to have the support of a lot of the child welfare agencies, but specifically the New York Foundling has been our partner for the past 8 years. From the beginning, we recognized that to develop a school like this that is dedicated to serving the needs of child welfare kids, we needed to recognize that we had to do things a little bit differently. And so becoming a charter school was really the only path for us in that, at that time in New York City. And the main reason is that charter schools are allowed to serve kids in any of the 5 boroughs. And for kids in the child welfare system, up until now, every time their home address changed, they would enroll in a new school. And each time they enrolled in a new school, they would have to recreate those trusting relationships with caregivers, and they would have to make new friends and start again on an academic path. And so we knew that it was essential to create an environment where we could stabilize that educational experience from kids when we meet them at 5 years old until we've got them ready for high school. So the charter path was the best way for us to do that. Now, 9 years later, it's very clear to us that because we were a charter, we were able to do things that other schools didn't have the ability to do. From being creative with offering transportation to students who may have moved in the middle of the school year, to being able to offer the social emotional support program that we recognize our children need. Also to creative staffing, hiring, you name it, longer school day, longer school year, considering external supports and having a really robust set of interventions. We've been allowed to do that because we are a charter school. It's been essential to our success. The biggest advice I could offer to a new team of leaders interested in opening up a charter is to really think about what you want the environment to look like and feel like for the kids that you're serving. I see every day the power that we have at really unlocking some academic issues for students because we now have them in a school environment that nurtures them and supports them, and they feel really loved and respected. And until we were able to achieve that with our school culture, I think we were it really created a barrier for us to be able to do the academic work that we know students need. We're not done yet. We have a long way to go to make sure that the academic program we are offering to every student at Haven Academy meets the highest quality standards across the country. But I know that with the team that I have and with the commitment of the Haven Academy board that we won't stop until we achieve that. So I would, my advice to newcomers really is to think about how are you going to create a learning culture so that you can do all the academic promises that you're making in the charter that you put together.